This is our first lock for a year. Eileen's just trying to work that one out, and boat needs a good clean. Other than that, it's all good. This one's taken us a little bit longer than normal because we haven't done them for a while, and we're just taking our time and slowly getting through them. Well, that's the first one nearly done. This is the second lock of the day, Castle Mill Lock. Eileen's just closing the gates.
So this is Castle Lock. It's quite deep. In fact, it's very deep. I'll have to put on some boards so I climb down the ladder. Which, that was a bit nerve-wracking, that one, because it was quite deep. We're just coming up to the Danish camp. It's a visitor centre based on a Norwegian style log cabin, and it includes a bar and restaurant apparently. It's thought that Danes and Vikings used the River Ouse to attack Bedford around about AD 920. It's remarkable to think that the Vikings dragged their long ships up here. Looks quite popular. So that was handy. Just as we arrived, there was a boat filling up, so we didn't need to fill up that one. This is Willington Lock, and it's not too deep, this one. So Pat's just manoeuvring in.
This is Great Barford. Lovely day.
So yesterday we stopped at Great Barford. It was a bit busy when we arrived. Lots of people here in the river on paddle boards, canoes, rafts, people swimming. The little green was, well, we couldn't moor on the moorings, the EA moorings outside the pub because there were just so many people there. So we went to the Gober moorings opposite, which was really nice. We tied up to that tree that you can see there at the end of the lock landing. But there were some kids playing music until, oh, probably about 6 or 7 o'clock. So that wasn't too bad. But they were on the kids were on the lock landing, jumping from the lock landing and swimming. So it was a bit busy. It quietened down after about 6 o'clock there. So we're on our way. Just entering Great Barford Lock. So this is Tempsford Bridge and it carries the A1 over the Great River Ouse, or the Great Ouse Northwest. Apparently the clue is in the name. Temp as in temporary, ford. That's how there was a ford here before this bridge was built, and that's how the vehicles cross the river. It's a nice wide piece of river here in comparison to the narrow winding bit that we've just come through. So it's a bit of a funny old lock landing, this one, because you actually have to cruise past the lock opening. There's another boat waiting to moor up on the lock landing, and then you have to reverse out to go into the lock. This is a guillotine lock, this one. So I've just opened the guillotine slightly. There's the control panel. And you can only open it so far, and then there's a timer that counts down. This particular lock is 6 minutes, so I can't open the gates any further until the 6-minute timer has timed out. So this is St Neots. We stopped here on the way down, but we didn't stop on those moorings, they were full up. We moored up. We moored up here on this side, outside the Priory Centre. I think right on the end there, I think we were. I think we spent a couple of days here. That's had to put the revs on a little bit because the river's got a bit of a flow through here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to slow down very much past these moored boats. But we slowed down just now, and almost came to a stop. What have we done, honey? We missed the turning. There was a sharp left turn and the arrow, the navigation arrow, was covered up with trees. And we had as we passed it, we thought, was that the navigation arrow? Were we supposed to turn that way? But there was a boat behind us, the cruiser behind us carried on as well. So we thought, oh, well, it must be right. But it's not, because there's a weir at the other end. And so now we're having to back up to the turning. We could turn round, the river's wide enough, but actually then it makes it more awkward to get into the turning. So, spot the navigation arrow. It is in there somewhere, but you actually can't see it unless you're actually visibly looking for it. So we've backed up and we're on the right route now, hopefully. So this is St Neots Lock. We finally got here after our little diversion. And the cruiser that was in front of us almost had the lock ready. They were just waiting for it to be filled up. So it's a guillotine lock, and I think she's just opened at the other end by the looks of it. Some nice end of garden moorings there. So are you multitasking?
I am multitasking. What most women can do, I'm doing myself.
So what are you doing?
I'm drinking my tea, I'm holding an umbrella, and I'm steering.
Doing a bit of bum steering?
Yep.
Be careful.
It works. I just don't stop too quick, that's all.
Well, luckily we're on a nice wide river.
Yep.
And there's one boat in front that we've let past.
Yeah, there's only one.
And one
boat behind us.
Yeah, it was behind us for quite a way. And a boat's just passed us going in the opposite direction, isn't it? So. Another obstructive navigation sign. You can't see that at all from the river coming up. So this is our last lock for today anyway, and it looks like someone's broken down on the lock landing over there. He's fixing his engine. So the timer's just started. I've just cracked it open a little bit more and the timer's just started. This one takes 4 minutes 15. I think the last one we did was 6 minutes. So we left Cardington Marina this morning. We'd managed to clean one side of the boat and the cracked cover, well, half of it anyway. And it's another beautiful morning. It's a little bit cool at the moment, but the sun's just breaking through, so we're hoping it'll warm up. And this is a lovely section of river.
Great ooze, isn't it?
And of course, for your information, we're on the River Great Ouse, and we are travelling from Bedford. We left Bedford 2 days ago, and today our destination is St Ives. So that's a trip of about 8.5 miles and 4 locks. It's probably going to take us about 4 hours. So this is Brampton Lock. This is our first lock today. We've got another 3 to go. Had to wait a little while at this one because there was a boat going down when we arrived. A cruiser coming up, and we're in this one with a cruiser as well. Well, we've just come out of Brampton Lock, and there's quite a windy bit coming out of the lock, a very sharp right turn, and oh yeah, there you go. We couldn't remember whether or not it was a one-way system, so we've beeped our horn all the way around, and it looks like it's a one-way system because that's the way in to get into the lock. So this is Brampton Mill here. Apparently they do quite nice food there, apparently. Yep. Up there. And then it widens out. It's a shame, isn't it? It's a little bit ransacked and derelict. So these are the Gober moorings we stopped at on the way down, and it looks like there's just one space on the end there, and the rest of them are full up. And when we came down, we were the only boat here. So this is St Ives, and the moorings that we were hoping to stop at were full up, and it's only 1 o'clock. And so we're having to go through the town to see if there's some town moorings, but we're not hopeful, so it looks like we might have to carry on. No. No. Carry on. Okay. So there's another lock ahead, St Ives, which we'll ends up going through. See if we can find another mooring somewhere else. So we're in St Ives Lock, and this is our 5th lock, one we wasn't anticipating doing, and the timer wouldn't start, so we're having to wait around. It's actually started now. It was 4 minutes 15. It's now on 1:22, 21. So I managed to get it going, following the instructions on the pad. So this was where we ended up last night. Pat's just unpegging, or demooring, should I say. It was a lovely peaceful mooring. It was a lot different to what we would have had at St Ives. We were literally on our own in the middle of nowhere. It was nice and peaceful when I got up this morning. There was all we could hear were the sounds of nature, no traffic noise, and certainly a peaceful mooring. There were some cows in the field ahead there when we moored up, and we did wonder whether they'd be here to greet us, say good morning this morning, because there are some cow pats near the mooring itself, but nothing, so we weren't bothered by them. So onwards and upwards, we are on a bit of a mission, and we'll talk about that later. So there we go, that was a nice mooring, just made for a 57-foot narrowboat.
That goes one of them wealthy.
It's a cormorant.
Cormorant, that's
Yeah. So darling, what have we got on today?
I've got t-shirt, shorts.
Well, thankfully, because the viewers won't want to see those.
No. Yeah, we've got about two and a half hours of cruising today. 2.5 hours of cruising, 6 miles, 20 locks. No, 1 lock, 2 locks.
2 locks.
2 locks, and
One of them's a tidal lock, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the Erith lock.
partridge and a pair. No, what else? Yeah, I think that's probably it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, you have to cut
Yeah.
all that lot out. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. There you go.
So we're only doing a short day today, aren't we? Because we've done a couple of, well, to us they're long days, 5-hour days.
Bloody swimmer.
A swimmer ahead. Yeah, we've done a couple of 5 hours days because we haven't cruised for a long time. We thought we'd keep it down a bit. A couple of 5-hour days, so we're going to just do a 2.5-hour day today. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the pike and eel. Some early morning swimmers in the water there, and somebody pumping up a canoe to get ready to get in. So it's a popular area here. It's not 9 o'clock yet, so there's time to get things going. So we've just come through Browns Hill Lock, or Browns Hill Staunch. We didn't get to film very much because it was actually quite busy. But what we didn't realise, and what we failed to remember until yesterday, was this is a bank holiday weekend. So we're just coming up to Hermitage Lock. This is the tidal lock, and it's a manned lock. Open from 9 till 7 during summertime, and closed between 1 and 2. So we're just going to pull up on the lock land. Oh, the traffic lights have gone green, so we can go straight in.
We can go in.
Yep.
I wonder whether you would do that.
Yeah. Yeah, we did hope that he would see us coming, and he did. During the winter time, you have to phone to go through this lock. So that is Hermitage Lock. Fully manned. We've tied up to the what are they called? We tied up to the, what are they called?
What? Gates?
No, the mooring lines.
Well, that's what they are.
Mooring lines.
There ain't a particular word for them.
Okay.
Rails?
Right, mooring rails, yeah. So we're on Old West River now.
Yeah.
And that's our last lock of the day. Just got to find somewhere to moor now. We're a bit concerned because it's been a bank holiday weekend, and lots of people out on their boats,
Yeah,
aren't
lots
we?
of people.
But there you go, we'll have to wait and see. What would we normally do on a bank holiday? We'd normally find somewhere to moor on a Friday and stay there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, out of the way.
So that's Hermitage Marina there. And we're on the Old West River, which in comparison to where we've come from is quite narrow. This is much calmer, isn't it?
Much nicer.
Well, I don't know about nicer. It's just the rivers are nice.
It's all nice.
But this is just feels calmer, doesn't it?
Much calmer and
Yeah.
a
And
bit
we
more
can-
sedate.
And we can just poodle.
Just a poodle.
Yes. There is a busy road beside us.
The busy road beside it.
Or busy-ish road. Yeah.
Busy-ish road.
But other than that,
Other than that,
it's not too shabby, is it? I haven't said that for a while. About 15-20 minutes maybe. We're hoping to moor ahead at a go mooring. But if not, we'll just carry on.